Welcome to an all-new episode of Go on Shaw TV. I'm Anand and this is Air Adonis, and we're here today to test out my pythons against
these.
I'm out of here.
Coming up on this week's episode,
Start slow.
I try my hand at becoming a professional wrestler.
Like that?
Sort of like that, yeah.
And Walter shows us what's cooking in Williams Lake.
Tell me a little bit about what's happening in the ring here.
Tonight, Elite Canadian Championship Wrestling returns to Quesnel for the first time in quite a while. Hopefully the tour continues to go great and we can return again maybe in the fall.
How did you like the Caribou so far?
It's been really great crowds. Really loud, enthusiastic, really coming out to have a great time, and that makes it that much better for us.
Speaking of energy and enthusiasm, like I got a little too enthusiastic last week, and I told the fans at home that I'm going to be stepping into the ring today. So let me in on a little bit of what it takes to be a pro wrestler, really.
Well, that was foolish of you to think you just get in the ring tonight like that. But I got a couple guys that from what I understand, they're going to show you the ropes a little bit. There's wrestlers that go for months and months and sometimes years and years and before they even get their first match. And as professional wrestlers, we're always wanting to practice our craft and continue our training because you can never know it all. You can always be better.
How did you get into this, and how did you develop this personality of yours?
It's really an extension of myself. It's my own personality and maybe ways that I can't show in everyday life. And it's really there's really nothing I'd rather do in the whole world than go out there and be that version of me.
Man, you've got me all pumped up, and I cannot wait to actually step into that ring. So why don't you guys go at home, go and check out the story, and when we come back, I'm going to actually step into that ring and learn a few moves, hey?
Yeah, well, we'll see how you do. I think you're in for a surprise.
So welcome back to the show, and as I said, I'm here with the guys from ECCW. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Tony Baroni. Bishop.
Why do they call you Bishop?
Because I only need one name.
That's right.
What's some of the basic moves that I can start out with?
Well, the first basic is run the ropes. You've seen everyone hit the ropes.
Kind of like
yeah, but
something
there's a
like
certain
that?
way you do it wrong.
It's not as easy as it looks.
If you do it wrong, you're going to get hurt. You
Okay.
can fall out of the ring. So you're going to grab the rope every time you hit it with your right hand. Yep. Right? Make sure the top of your back hits it, hit it maybe on a corner, and then you hit the ropes. The harder you hit, the bigger spring you get, and the less it actually does hurt when you hit. So you watch me, boom, hit the ropes. And that's it. Start off slow and start hitting them. Start slow.
And just like that?
Sort of like that, yeah. Hit them hard.
Something like that?
Something like
Something
that.
like that?
Another good wrestling hold to start off with would be the collar and elbow tie-up.
Yeah.
All right, so me and Bish will demonstrate. It's called collar and elbow because you grab the collar and elbow. Yeah. So you grab them behind the neck here.
Yeah.
And you grab mine. And you grab down hard on there. That's where the struggle begins in wrestling. You can pull them around. So if I do it with you,
So,
right,
collar.
back of the neck, and then you grab the back of the neck with that.
Yeah.
Grab one hard. Boom, and then we be in the wrestle. So
Okay.
if I want to move you around,
Yeah.
you can push into you, yank it down. We can go that way. And then this is the battle of who can get the first wrestling hold.
So how many Advils do you take in a day when you go through something like this?
Oh, you know, we sacrifice our bodies for this, but
The guys I talk to who get into the ring, they talk about, your wind, like keeping your wind up. So how important is that really?
oh, cardio is humongous. Not only are you moving and getting tired, you also have guys putting you in holds that are taking your energy. One of my favorite ones, if I could demonstrate on you. Yeah. If you want to get down on your back. All right, so if we're wrestling down here,
Yeah.
and I want to start taking the strength away,
Yeah.
you feed the hand through here,
Uh-huh.
and you put pressure on the neck and body,
Yeah.
and eventually,
Oh my God.
yeah. And I like to do this to slow the match down As you can see, it's not very comfortable.
And the fun part is I can't even tap. Oh, I
You
can't
can tap a little bit, yeah.
One of my favorite wrestling moves when growing up was watching, people get body slammed. So, do you want to show me how to do a body slam? Like if I really want to knock someone out, like?
Yeah, sure. Like, you want to try body slamming me?
No, I was thinking more you try and body slam me. That would. Are you sure though?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, let's go then.
Okay.
All right, so you guys at home go check out another story while I get body slammed. What do you guys actually look for when you guys are actually like training guys?
Well, you just want someone with the heart and the determination to the passion to want to do it. But you also have to be athletically inclined.
Is it only the big jack guys who actually get through, or
No. You don't have to be big and jacked. A lot of times, they're the biggest babies. Myself, obviously, not included. But all you really have to do is be able to have a high pain tolerance to be able to get through it.
How much of an acrobat does he have to be to pull some of the moves like that?
Well, you can learn as you go, but you have to be able to get your body there. Like if you were in like one of our actual training classes, I'm sure you'd be puking before warm-up was done.
I don't think so.
That happens a lot.
I don't think so. I'm way tougher than that. We're going to see some more of that as we go along.
Saw you in there with Bishop and Baroni. I think you're gonna want to stick to the managing, stick on the outside of the. You're gonna manage Bishop. You got the big guy in your corner, and I want you to make a challenge to me that Bishop is gonna fight me in a match.
You know what? Actually, later on tonight, I might actually try my hand at representing the best in the business. The 6'4", the demon, the giant himself. And you know what? I'm going to bring him to the ring, and I'm going to show people what I can do as a manager there. So we're going to go into a short break, but when we come back...
Just remember, even on the outside of
Oh,
the
no.
ring, bad things sometimes
Oh,
happen
no.
to good people.
Xavier, tell me a little bit about your wrestling personality.
So when I started wrestling and training, it's basics. You just learn the moves and then you go from there. Eventually what started developing as the character of Xavier Galaxy, who, if I had to describe in one sentence, disgusting club guy. If you've ever been at a club and you've been creeped out by that one dude in the corner, you're looking at him right now.
All the club stains and stuff over there?
Right.
Is it club stains and chains? Is that what's going on?
Is the graffiti jacket with the name on the back. But yeah, just lots of jewelry, sunglasses, long greasy hair, just everything I can do to creep out every single person I can.
Right on. So how does this work? Like, do you just come into wrestling with your own gimmick and tell the guys, hey, that's me and that's who I'm going to be? Or is that something that you develop over the years?
I think everyone comes in with a certain idea of what they want to do, but as soon as they get into training and they start working, it changes really quickly what you want to do. My first idea, I actually trained to be a manager at first, and then I realized the wrestling is way too much fun. And then the Galaxy character started developing from there.
What would my character be like? Should I just be me times 10 or should I invent something for myself?
You times 10 is always the best gimmick. And this is, Xavier Galaxy is the evil version of me, times 10. So, if you were working as a bad guy, then absolutely you should find your worst traits, dial them up to 11, and that's the character.
So would you say that, if I were to look at my worst traits and dial them up to 10, would I use a weapon or something like that of any sort?
Well, I think what you could do is grab that microphone and just, boom.
I kind of had something else in mind, kind of like a nice long light stand, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Why don't you guys at home go check out a story, and when we come back, we'll see what I've got in store for these guys. Still here, and we're getting ready to get into the ring for some action. And who are you facing tonight, if you don't mind?
Actually, I got the biggest guy on the whole show. This guy right here, Bishop.
Oh, are you serious? This is the guy who twirled me around earlier on. This is the guy you want to face tonight?
The guy that twirled you around.
You know what? You probably need this more than I do. I was gonna use this later on tonight, but I think you need this more than I do. It's a nice little light stand. You could probably use it to knock him out.
All right, well. You use it for your lights. I'll stick to using what I got to use for this guy. If you don't believe it, if you don't think the people are going to believe it, you are welcome to stand in his corner and get a real good look at what I do to Bishop, no matter how big he is. And if you're not careful, I'll come after you too.
So thank you for watching Go on Shaw TV, and I hope you enjoyed that. What? Come on. Yeah. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and if you enjoyed this one, send me an email on go_cornell@shaw.ca. So Go on Shaw TV.